the podcast where we black out, laugh out loud, and ride until we cash out.
Lightsout, baby.
Yo, thanks for tuning in again to the Blacking Out podcast. It's your host, Lightsout. We back with another good deep one again, and I do apologize if all my topics has been lately like real life experience and deep shit, but this is the only way I can vent, and this is what's helping me heal inside. So I hope, my live events and my topics I choose to talk about can help somebody listening to this podcast. So today's episode is called A Brother's Love. So I'm sure there's a lot of yous that are brothers, whether you're a big brother or a little brother, and even if you're a sister, a sibling, it's the same shit. But I'm focusing more on brothers because I am a big brother myself. My mom gave birth to 4 boys. I'm the third, and then I have a little brother underneath me. So I actually got 2 older brothers, so I could play both cards. I'm a little brother and a big brother. So I say that to say this. So a brother's love. Let me see how I'm going to start this. All right. We're going to start with little brothers, right? Since I'm a little brother myself, I got 2 older brothers, right? So as a little brother, there's a big thing that little brothers get. And this could be from the past or from now. It doesn't matter. As little brothers, you look up to your big brothers, right? Your big brother's that dude. He's the OG. Whether he's athletic, well, he's street smart, whether he plays ball, whatever he does. That's your big brother. You look up to him. You want to be like him. But then on the other hand, little brothers always have this thing on the back of their mind like they're competing with their big brothers. And that's one thing that I can tell you that's a no-no for a little brother is that we don't have to compete with your big brother, When your big brother comes around and you chilling with your little squad and you got your homies and you the big homies for your squad and your big brother comes around, he's not trying to take your attention away from you, bro. Like, a lot of little brothers have this complex in them that they always got to go against their big brother or look at them as competition. There's no competition there, bro. That's your big brother. He loves you. A brother's love cannot be broken. It's a bond that we share when you're a brother, whether you're a big brother or a little brother. It can never be broken. You understand? Unless it's some drastic measures that happen, then yes, it could be broken. But as of there's no reason to compete with your big brother. No matter if he's a dickhead towards you, he fucked you up, he beat you up, he bullied you, he embarrassed you in front of your friends. It's only for a reason he does that. Is it right? No, it's not right. But remember, I don't know what year y'all was born in. I'm coming from the ghetto, from the Bronx. I'm an 80s baby. When you have a little brother and you are a big brother, there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders because your parents right off the bat let it be known that that's your responsibility. If I let you go outside with your little brother, you better bring him back at this time and he better come back with no scratches on. So you already got pressure from your parents on the back of your mind saying that I can't lose my little brother. I gotta watch this dude. I gotta protect him from everything because if not, that's my ass. I'm gonna get beat when I get home. So I get it. It's a lot of pressure on a big brother, but little brother is a lot of pressure as well because again, he looks up to his big brother. He's gonna always have that complex that, that's his big brother. Why I couldn't be the big brother, So I never been through that because my 2 oldest brothers left the house at a very young age. So I really never experienced on what it is to have a big brother. You understand? Because my oldest brother was in prison for 21 years. And then the second oldest brother was in the streets at a young age as well. But I'll get to them in a few minutes. I'll give you a little bit of examples and some experience I've been through. That's for little brothers. Now for a big brother, which I am a big brother as well because I got a little brother, it's again, we go back to that pressure. When you have a little brother, bro, you just trying to be that best man for your little brother to look up to and be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Your big brother cannot be in the street and get knocked the fuck out in front of his little brother. No way. Because we gonna feel like we ass and now we embarrassed ourselves and we supposed to be this tough guy in front of our little brother and all of that. No, it doesn't go that way. That's just the poison that they put us in the hood and how we was raised to think like that. Not at all. A brother's love and a big brother's love should be a little brother. Well, I started with little brother. A big brother's love should be, again, protection, loyalty. He's that protector. He's gonna always have my back. Anything happens to me, I could call my big brother. You understand? That's what a big brother does. Now I know big brothers do some dumb shit, like I said, bully, They little brothers fuck them up, make them feel like shit, but it's not purposely done. In this day and age, it is, because this day and age, there is no loyalty. There is no more, like, love for siblings or brothers love or sister love. Because they fucking each other's girl. They fucking hating on each other. They literally killing themselves these days. Brother, when I was raised, man, a brother's love is sacred. Like, I'm 41 years old, and even to this day, a brother's love, like, even though we have a lot of differences, me and my brothers, at the end of the day, they my blood, and I love them to the day I die. And they know this. You understand? I showed them tough love, but they know this. Because, I never had a big brother. I had them. They was born. They was there, but they was out in the street. So I really can't tell you that. Now, my little brother, I was able to be a big brother to him. I was able to protect him to a certain age. Now, I went blind at a young age at 13. So after I went blind, we split ways because I went to live with my dad and he went to live with my mom, and he went totally berserk. Because again, I understand there was a big pressure on him because just 24 hours prior to my blindness, I was his big brother. There was nothing wrong with my face. I wasn't blind. And then in 24 hours, his big brother was taken away. His face was melted. His eyes was gone. You understand? I could just imagine what my little brother went through when he went through that experience with me. However, I always kept a smile on my face and always was that person that shows willpower, for the simple reason is because my family, they very weak people. Mind, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Very weak people. As hard as they try to act like they that tough and these big killers and stuff like that, that's all just to hide the softness inside. You understand? So, me being a big brother, even though I went blind, he didn't go blind, I always protected him even to this day. I'm 41 years old. He still calls me out the blue, asks me for a pair of sneakers. He did a lot of fucked up shit to me in his life, but doesn't mean I turn my back on him. I just let him be now that we grown-ass men. Because I don't need a little brother at 41. I don't need a big brother at 41. But what I do need is to keep the legacy going and make sure that we know before we die that we love each other, and that's all that matters. However, a brother's love should be sacred and should always, whether it's your big brother or your little brother, you should never look at your sibling as the ops, or like if he's going against you, or any way like that. Because love, you can't hurt somebody. You can't love somebody that you hurt them, bro. You can't. You can't tell me, and right now we get off the phone and we always say I love you. It's a big thing for us, my brothers and I. We always say we love each other, but at the end of the day, we so distant apart that we just say that because it just sounds good. But I ask myself all that time when I hang up that phone, like, do they really love me? Now, my big brother, he already shows that. So I'm gonna give you a little experience about my sibling, my brother's love. So my big brother is like 8-9 years older than me. He left at a young age, like 15, 16, to hit the streets. And he started using drugs at a young age. Then he caught a charge, and he went away for a lot of years, about 21 years. So there was a lot of years that there's a big gap between us. Doesn't mean we let him sit in jail and rot. We went to see him all the time, and prior to my blindness, before my blindness, I went to see him before I was blind, and I went to see him while I was blind. Now, when I turned blind, we didn't tell him, because he was already facing like 20-something years. We didn't want to fuck his head up, but there was no way to hide that, because when he come home, I don't look the same as his little brother that he saw me before he went to jail. So when I went to see him and he saw me blind and burned, he suffered. You know what I'm saying? Because I could just imagine what went through his mind, because now he feels like a fuck up, because if he was out in the street and he's my big brother, he had that responsibility. This would have never happened to me if he was out in the street being a big brother. So I get it. And we have such a good relationship now, me and my big brother, because as he got home, he never went back to jail. It's been 9 years he's been in the street. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. He's been in the street like 9 years, free, drug-free, totally different man. And I recently sat down with him and told him, because he's always helping us out. Anything we ask our big brother, he'll do it. He'll sacrifice to do it for us. But I let him know, as, his little brother / big brother, because I have my little brother, that there's times in life that just because you're the big brother doesn't mean that all the responsibilities falls on your shoulders. So he's trying to play catch up. I know he is, because he did 21 years in prison and he wasn't there for me. So now, for all of us, so now he's trying to play catch up and be that big brother that he should have been years ago. But I told him, as a grown-ass man, bro, I don't need a big brother at 41 years old. However, what I do need from you, though, is to know that all your sins are cleaned. You already pay your karmic dues, bro. You went to prison, you paid for your crime. Now focus on yourself and love yourself. You're our big brother. We love you. You know, you're there to protect us, but you don't have to feel that this is your responsibility all the time. You also are a human yourself, so you also got to love yourself. And that was my advice to my big brother. And that's why me and him have this relationship, because even though he's the oldest, he looks up to me and he always tells me I'm his idol because everything I've been through in life. And I still smile at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And even losing my sight, I could be the most bitterest asshole in the world and hate the world, but I don't. So I always try to let my brothers know that life is bigger than what we make it seem. You know, we was programmed all this poison shit, all this toxic shit from the hood. But as my big brother, I told him, you good, bro. You make me proud and happy of just being in the street and not using drugs and not wilding out. That's my big brother. That's my oldest. Now I got a second oldest, and his name is Tony. And the same situation, he left at a young age, like 14, 15. He started selling drugs. Now, he always been distant from all of us. Doesn't mean I never seen him growing up. I saw him all my life, like, you know, before I was blind and after I'm blind, because he was on that block selling drugs. He was, you know, that dude out there. However, I go back to a brother's love. Like, prior to my blindness and after my blindness, like, bro, a big brother's there to protect. You saw your two little brothers in the streets running wild, and you didn't take time out to stop us and scold us and let us know, you don't follow me, my bro. This ain't the wave. No, you let us look up to you and honor you because you was the street lord, the street king, and this gangster guy. But the more gangster is, the gangster you should have been is a big brother and be a big brother to your little brothers. You know, a real brother's love would not have their little brothers in the street wearing skippies and broken clothes and starving while you there making $10,000 a week. That's not what a real brother's love is, bro. That is not. So I'm not judging him. I'm not holding that against him. But I hope if he does get to listen to this podcast, he understands where I'm coming from. And I love him. I forgive him for that. Because he didn't have a father to be there and teach him how to be a man and all that. He had to learn on his own. But doesn't mean that he couldn't give it a shot. You know, a try comes a long way. But doesn't mean that when I talk to my brothers now, yo, I love you, my bro. He always check up on me, asks for his niece. So I love him to the death. But, you know, he uses drugs. He already chose that life, and he already told me. I worried many years for this kid, for this dude, I could say. I suffer many years worrying, and I'm the third one. He's supposed to be worrying about me, not me worrying about him. And I'm going through this traumatic fucking situation with me losing my sight and being burned. So it was a big thing on me, but I love him. You know, he's my big brother. I could talk to him anytime, but I just keep a distance. Because again, I don't need a big brother at 41 years old. I really don't. I love you. You could be there, call me, do whatever. I'll feed you. I never turn my back on you, but I don't need to start a brotherhood at 41 years old. I really don't. Then me, myself, you already know I'm third. So it's nothing really fancy about me. I'm third in the list. I got a younger brother that's 1 year younger, and we'll go to him. Now, my little brother, we was yin and yang. We did everything together. We went through foster care together. Everything we did. I always protected him. I gave him my clothes. I always bailed him out of every situation he was in. And then as we got older, we definitely separated. You know, he went his way. He chose drugs as well, the street life. I kept on my way. I got married, had kids, and I moved the fuck out the hood and left to Pennsylvania. So however he fell or however my family felt for me leaving, that's their problem. But now I have a family and I have my own life. This ain't your big brother no more. This is a grown-ass man, and he had to take life out. So my little brother fucked up many times on me, and I never turned my back on him until recently that I just couldn't take it no more. Because again, bro, I've been in darkness 27 years. I don't complain. I don't ask people for goddamn shit. I don't ask for nothing. I'd rather starve before I beg the next man. You know, I always got it myself, and with a little help with my wife. She always held me down. But besides that, bro, like, if the tables turned and I was the little brother and my big brother got blind, I would have never let him, like, pick up anything. I would have been doing everything for him. Even to this day, I never got that treatment. I know he'll kill somebody for me. Without a doubt, he'll rip somebody's insides out for me if I give him the word. Of course, no problem. But that's not what I'm looking for. What I was looking for is that security in a brother's love. I wanted to see that when you tell me you love me, you showing me you love me. I can feel it. So if I hug you and you giving me some half-ass hug and I haven't seen you in 7-8 years, I haven't, heard your voice in 7-8 years, and all you do is give me 5 minutes of your time and then you leave again, yo, bro, you don't love me. You know what I'm saying? A real brother's love is that when I, like my big brother, when I hug my big brothers, bro, I feel the love. Like, I feel the energy coming out of my big brother's soul when he hugs me, or when he talks to me, or when he thanks me for keeping his head on right and saving him from his dark, his dark thoughts and stuff like that, because that's what a brother love is. You love your brother. You protect them. You help them. You don't abuse them. You don't use your brother's gain for yourself, for your own personal gain. You don't use your brother's blessings for your personal gain. You don't use your big brother's pain for your own personal gain. You know what I'm saying? You don't use your pain for anybody else's gain. You're supposed to keep it a band, keep it 1,000 with your brothers at all times. You have an issue with them, pull them to the side. Yo, bro, I don't like what you said to me here. I don't like this situation. Not go behind their back, gossip, talk shit, try to fuck their girls. Like, who does that? Like, I hear it all. I cringe when I hear brothers going at it. I cringe when I hear sisters going at it. I cringe when dudes are talking about their parents. But then again, I was raised different. I always was a family kid. I always looked up to family structure. These days, there is no family structure. There's brothers that could be in the same room and won't even say one word to themselves. I can't go through that. Now that I got older, I got colder because, again, I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my heart. I'm not gonna sit there and worry about another human or my big brother or my little brother, when at the end of the day, are they worrying about me? Are they calling me, see what's my state of mind is at? No, they not. Only my big brother. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to you little brothers and big brothers, like, ease up a little bit and know that you don't have to be in competition with your sibling. It's not like that. There's nothing wrong with friendly competition, but just know a brother's love is different and shouldn't be broken by no women, by no money, and no gossip. That should be a sacred bond to the death. But I think, I gave you enough. Thanks for listening in. This is called The Brother's Love. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to have more topics like this. I got a couple of more things off my chest I got to get off. And then it's going to be more interviewing. And I would like to talk to other people with, similar experience. Leave some comments. Let me know if you go through this. If you're a little brother, if you're a big brother, like, do you get bullied? Do you have this complex that you always got to be in competition with your brother? Let me know some stuff. Comment down below. Send me a message. And my email, if you want to email me directly, that would be lights, LIGHTS, the letter N, H33T, music, MUSIC, @gmail.com. So that's H as lights, H33T. No, it's lights N, the letter N, H33T music @gmail.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is the Blacking Out Podcast. It's your blind man Lights Out. And I'm just saying, live life peacefully, bro. Peace, light, and love sent your way from the blind man. 1.